Assalamu alaikum children. Welcome to the science class for the grade 5. This is lesson number 5, Rocks and Minerals part 2. In the previous video we have studied about the rocks, as what are rocks, and different groups in which rocks are divided. So these groups were igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. So in these groups we have studied in detail about igneous rocks, as igneous rocks are formed because of the cooling down of magma inside the surface of the earth and on the surface of the earth, as extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks. And we have seen the examples of intrusive igneous rocks as granite, and extrusive igneous rocks examples basalt, pumice and obsidian we have seen in detail. In today's video we shall be discussing about sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. Let's start our session. Sedimentary rocks. Sand, clay and rock fragments are carried by wind and water into water bodies. So what happens? Sand, clay and rock fragments, they are carried by the wind and water from the mountains because of the breakdown of the rock particles. These fragments carried by wind or water into the water bodies, or means in the ponds, in the lakes, and the oceans. Okay, they sink to the bottom as sediments. So which fragments carried by wind or water, they sink to the bottom as sediments. Over time multiple layers of the sediments accumulate on one the other. Accumulate means it deposits. The layers on top compress the bottom layers. Obviously, the bottom layers will be pressed by the top layers over the years. The continuous pressure over thousands of years cements the bottom layers together. It forms the bottom layer harder and stronger, which then harden to form sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rock can also be formed when the shells of sea creatures fall to the floor of the sea after the creatures die. When the shells from a thick layer, they become compressed and form rocks. So when this shell of the thick layer of the shell, they become compressed, so they form rocks. Now we will see types of sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are grouped according to the way they are created and the size of the fragments they contain. So conglomerate, sandstone, shale and limestone are examples of sedimentary rocks. So sedimentary rocks are according to the size they created, according to the fragments they contain, they are grouped accordingly. So first example we will see conglomerate. Conglomerate is made up of large rounded rock fragments such as pebbles, gravel and boulders. The rock fragments are cemented together by sand and minerals. Conglomerate is used in construction industries. Here you can see the large size rounded rock fragments. They compressed and formed this sedimentary rock. Its name is conglomerate. Now we will see sandstone. Sandstone is made of sand grains. Sandstone is made by sand grains. It is composed mostly of quartz. It is a soft stone. Sandstones are resistant to saline air, which makes them perfect for building exterior portions of seashore buildings. They are also heat resistant, so they are used for making fireplaces. Here, Red Fort, Qutub Minar, and Angkor Wat, these are the in Cambodia. These are the monuments. Some famous monuments, they are built by using sandstone. Okay, when you see Red Fort and Qutub Minar, these buildings, when you see, you can touch and feel that they are made up of this stone, that is sandstone. Next is shale. Shale is a type of sedimentary rock. Shale is made up of hardened layers of very fine particles of clay and silt. It is used to make cement and bricks. Okay, this shale stone, it is used for making cement and bricks. Next is limestone. Limestone forms from the accumulation of shells of dead sea creatures. Dead sea creatures means dead bodies of some animals, insects in the oceans. So when the dead creatures, they sediment at the bottom of the sea, they accumulates and they will become harder and they form limestone. The main mineral in limestone is calcite. Chalk is a soft limestone. The chalk which we use for writing, that is also a type of limestone. It is a soft limestone. Limestone is easy to cut into blocks. Complex carving can also be done. Carving means designing on the stone, you might have seen. So complex carving can also be done on it. It is used in making roads, buildings, and in the manufacturing of cement. This is limestone. Okay. So children, these are the types of sedimentary rocks which we have seen: conglomerate, sandstone, shale, and limestone. Now we will see metamorphic rocks. Here the word metamorphic means changing. Metamorphic means changes. Okay. Metamorphic rocks are formed by the transformation of igneous and sedimentary rocks. See, first we have seen igneous rocks. They are formed by the cooling down of lava, cooling down of magma which erupts from the volcano. Then because of the fragments carried out by the wind and water, when small fragments of rock particles, when they sediment and make rocks, they are called sedimentary rocks. But the metamorphic rocks, actually they are made by some changes in the igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks. By over the years, over the many years, these changes takes place in the sedimentary rocks and igneous rocks because of the wind, water, and ice, because of the action of wind, water, and ice, and because of the climatic conditions, what the changes takes place in the sedimentary rocks and igneous rocks, then it forms metamorphic rocks. So metamorphic rocks are formed by the transformation of igneous and sedimentary rocks. The name metamorphic is derived from the Greek word metamorphosis, which means change of form. When igneous and sedimentary rocks are subjected to extreme heat and pressure, they change into metamorphic rocks. Examples of metamorphic rocks are marble, slate, gneiss, and quasite. Okay, these are the examples: marble, slate, and gneiss. Okay, first we will see marble. Marble you might have seen at many places in our houses, or in many buildings you can see the use of marble. It is made up of sedimentary rock limestone. See, we were discussing about just now about the limestone, that is sedimentary rock. It is the example of type of sedimentary rock. So when some changes takes place in the limestone, then the rock marble is formed. Okay, it changes into marble. What happens when limestone is subjected to heat and high pressure? It changes into marble. Marble is used in making statues and monuments. It is also used to make floors, pillars, and slabs in houses. The best example, Taj Mahal, a famous monument in Agra, is made up of white marble. Next example is slate. Slate forms when shale is put under pressure and high temperature. Here we have seen shale. Okay. So changes in shale makes the slate. Okay, what we have seen, some changes in the limestone makes marble, and changes in shale makes slate. Slate forms when shale is put under pressure and high temperature. Slate can be split into layers. It is usually dark, but it can be colorful too. Black slates are used for make blackboards and writing tablets also. Also called slates. Slates are also used for paving floors and roof tiles. Okay. Next example is quasite. Quasite is made up of sandstone. High pressure and temperature changes sandstone into quasite. Quasite is a hard rock. It is used as decorative material. Crushed quartzite is used in road construction and repave. Next example is gneiss. Gneiss is formed from granite. See, from every type of sedimentary rock and igneous rock, it is metamorphosizing and making these rocks. Okay, so gneiss is formed from granite. It has alternating light and dark bands. Here you can see like stripes or bands uh, in different colors. You can see this is the nice stone. Okay, children, so that's it for today's video. In the next uh, part of the lesson, in the next session, we will see minerals, our natural resources, as metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals. Till then, take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.